Our question for today is, does Hebrews 13:17 refer to others, or does it refer to Jesus? Is there somebody else that we need to obey when it comes to spiritual matters as well, or is it only Jesus pertaining to this verse?
Okay.
It is.
Well, as always, you got to look at the context of a verse, and let's just go ahead and read that verse. Hebrews 13:17 says, "Obey those who rule over you, and be submissive, for they watch out for your souls as those who must give an account. Let them do so with joy and not with grief, for that would be unprofitable for you."
Right.
And then if you just back up and look at the context, it's talking about Jesus Christ. Verse 8, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Therefore, by him, let us continually offer the sacrifice. Verse 15. So it is talking about Jesus in the context,
Right.
but yet there must be some confusion about, okay, so we continue. Are we still talking about Jesus, or are we talking about something else?
Right. I think this person that is asking the question has the general understanding that, yes, we obey Christ and we obey his gospel. But then this verse, they see it and they're like, okay, something seems to be out of place because it's not I don't think it's in reference to Christ, but who is it in reference to? And when you join another verse with it, Acts chapter 20, verse 28, you can see there that we're talking about elders, right? So this is very descriptive of what elders would be doing. They're overseeing the flock, and they're shepherding the flock. And so the elders have authority in the local congregation. So when they say, hey, we want to meet on Wednesday nights, okay, well, they've put that in place, and therefore we ought to abide in it and obey those who have the rule over us, or maybe we're meeting on Sunday night,
Exactly.
and things like that.
And I think you get there because of what the grammar is, even in the English. And even if you go back and look at the Greek, it changes from a singular talking about Jesus to a plural. And even in the grammar, obey those who rule over you, and they watch out for their. So even though you don't have it saying elders there, as you so well said, we are talking about elders, because even in 1 Peter chapter 5, he calls them the overseers there.
Right. And that's what you have to do, right? You have to come to the conclusion, okay, there's only one Jesus Christ. So this can't be in plural form talking about
multiple Jesuses.
Exactly. And so there's only one. This can't be in reference to him. It has to be in reference to the only people that we see having any kind of authority in the church, and that would be the elders as well, the overseers, the shepherds, however you would like to word that. That's who we're talking about here.
So, is there somebody else that we're supposed to obey other than Jesus? Well, Jesus, of course, is the head of the church. But as you so well said, there are also overseers, there's shepherds, that's all the same word, that oversee our soul. So they do have authority in the church.
Right. And that doesn't mean that they get the right to change what Christ has put in place. No, that's not what he's saying at all. So they still have to abide by what they rule and they govern based upon what God has presented for us in his word.
Amen.